Welcome everyone. I'm Karen Itin and I am a creative business coach and a production coach and a sewing coach. And today I'm here with a machine, a production machine, and it is a Singer 281-1. And I love this machine. It is, oh my gosh, I have held on to this machine and used this machine for so many years. I used it when I had my tailoring shop going for 25 years. I've used it, and this machine, I always fall back to this machine because it's great for production, and it is great for sewing thick things like vinyl, leather, canvas, denim, belt loops, waistbands. It's really great for thicker fabrics. So I had a request to film this machine, so I want to tell you all about it. And it is made for production sewing, and it is it's pretty awesome. One of the things I really like about it is that while you sew, you can thread your own, you can wind your own bobbin. So I think that's cool. A lot of new machines nowadays, they're starting to do that way, and it just is so helpful when you don't have to sit there and take the time to wind a bobbin, and it's done for you. So we have two spools of thread on over here. This one is the bobbin thread, so it goes up, it gets looped up at the top, it comes down, and there's another little hole there, another little loop that it goes through, and then it goes through around the back side of the tension and in between the two discs, and then straight forward, and then it goes underneath your bobbin, and then you'll have to start it and then put your bobbin on there, and then you'll want to press this little thing here, this little lever, to get it going. It will, when it's full, this thing will bounce back like that while you're sewing to let you know that the bobbin is ready. So I'm going to sew a little bit on this machine, and this other thread here is the thread for the front. It's not quite in that loop. There it goes. It's in the loop, and then it comes here and it goes through this little guide here. It goes in the one hole, and then around, and then down, and then through this little tension bar here, and thread holder, whatever, and then it goes down in between these two discs and up, and you want to catch this little loop. My machine is dirty. I need to really clean it. It's been sitting for a while. And then you catch this little spring here, you know, this little hook, and then it goes down here and around this little guide of this thread guide, and then back up, and then you catch the hole here at the top, and then straight down into these other two little sewing guides, this little thread guides, and then thread the needle. And the needle is on the left hand side of the needle. That's where the groove of the needle is, and so the hole is like left and right. It's not like in front of you, so it's a little bit different than some of the other machines I have where the needle, the whole eye of the needle is in the front. So we're going to sew a little bit. I've been making some pockets, so we're just going to excuse me, sew a little bit in production style. So you want to, it doesn't have a back stitch, so what you do instead is you go forward and lift up your needle, pull your fabric towards you, so it puts your foot back where you started. So you have like, I have 4 or 5 stitches right here that I already stitched, and I'm going to be stitching over them. That's how it locks in the stitches, so you'll have to do that. So put your needle down, turn your foot, put your needle down, turn your foot, put your needle down and turn your foot, and then you'll come back to the end here, and then you'll want to go all the way to the end, lift up your foot and needle and place it back down about 1/2 of an inch, and then just run it out, and then pick up another pocket. I picked up, which one did I pick up? I picked up too many. There. So I'm going to pick up another pocket, and then just do the same thing. Go, and go again, and put your foot down at your corners. Put your foot down, your needle down, your needle down. See, it just bounced back. So my bobbin is ready for the next threading. So this is how you sew in production style. You want to just chain stitch, not clip every time, and then let it fall into a box in front of your machine. want to start 3 or 4 stitches, back it up. And just keep going. And it has a knee lever to lift your foot all the time, so you have a little padded knee lever, and it lifts the foot so you don't have to manually do it. And once you sew on a commercial machine for a while, you'll get the hang of it, and it's actually pretty darn fast. It's really cool how it works. Go back. So then we'll just let them go. They're all in a chain stitch, and we'll just let them go and drop into the box in front of the machine. And then when we're done sewing them all at one time, then we'll go and clip all the threads at one time, and then we'll go and start to put them. If we need to press, we'll press at that time, but we should be pretty good. If we need to trim, we might need to trim off a couple little corners to make the the pocket and the lining fit nice together. So then we'll trim a little bit and then put them together and then sew up the tops. So I don't know if you have any other questions about this machine. It is, you oil it from the bottom. It always has oil. It runs on its own oil. So there's an oil bath in the bottom of this, and this is the gauge here that shows the oil. I actually need to add a little more oil to this machine. It's been, like I said, it's been sitting for a while, so I do need to add some oil. And then if you want to change the length of your stitches, over here is the numbers to change the length of your stitches. So you'll press this button at the top. There's a big black button here, so you'll push that button down and you'll go and put it where you want to put it. So say if we wanted to go, let's see here, I think it went down yet. Okay, so there, it'll click. Did you hear it click? It'll click. And then you really want to run probably around 12. Let's see how that looks. It might be a little too small. Might want to go 10. That is tiny. So that's tiny little stitches on 12. You got 12 stitches per inch. And it's a little bit hard if you need to, especially if you're doing any kind of alterations or something like that where you have to sometimes take the stitching out. So I'm going to put it back to 10. So you turn it until it will click down. There, click down. Okay, now you can put it in position. Well, I want to put it down. I want to go. Oh, I got to push it harder. So now I put it on 10. Ah, my hand's all greasy. So let me see how that is, and I'll show you this one. This one is really tiny. I don't know if you could see it or not, but that's 12. And that for dressmaking, I think 12 or 10 would be fine. Let's do a 10 and see. 10 stitches per inch. So let's go. This is a little bit more relaxed. I like this a little bit better. Because if you have to take them out, you can actually see them. And I'm pretty blind from sewing all my life. I have these big glasses on and I couldn't sew without them, let me tell you. I've worked in some pretty dark factories and some pretty dark tailor shops early on, so kind of ruined my eyes. So 10, this is 10, let me show you. So 10 is pretty good, where you can see the stitches if you want to take them out. See, it does a really nice job, both sides. I love this machine. This is my faithful, my old faithful. It's really, I can count on it for just about everything. Except for like silks, I will never even attempt or try to sew silks or really delicate fabrics on that. That's why I have other machines to use for that. So there you have it. So I think I answered pretty much all of your questions about this machine, about what you could have, you know, trim those. And then you just shut it off. But yeah, this machine, a couple times I had to replace the belt, you know, when I was really screaming busy, like doing tailoring. When I used this machine, and I went and got a car belt, and it worked, and it was fine. I was like, wow, this saved me a little money, and I got it right away. So I went to a car place, and I took the belt with me, and they got it fixed, you know, replaced it for me, you know, helped me. And so it worked out great. So then you have your bobbin here. Your bobbin is all wound now, so you can cut that off and then put that in your, I have a strip of wood, a little strip of wood with a whole bunch of nails, and they're the width apart, like a little bit further than your bobbin. I have all my bobbins wound in on the side here, so I can you know, grab them. So when I was doing tailoring, I would use this machine. I had my bobbins on this side where I didn't have to get up and go and find them. I had my button thread in close proximity, and then I had this placed near a wall, and I had a big hook that I had my hand silk threads hanging from. So I didn't have to get up much to, I mean, it was really fast-paced production, what I was used to sewing. And I didn't have to run around my shop. I had pretty much everything really close to me. I have my needle. I have a drawer on this machine, so I have my needles, and I have my pliers for zippers, and I have my, you know, my screwdriver to change the needle or the foot. And I didn't have to really run around my shop and waste energy and effort on anything else but sewing. And that's how I was able to make a good income off of it. And that's what you want. You want your supplies really close proximity to each one of your workstations in your shop. You want all the materials that are going to be needed for that particular task in that location. Same thing when it comes to your pressing area. You want to have your pressing area. You want to have your bags where you can, if you have garments on hangers, where you have your plastic wrap right there. I used to have it underneath my table where I could pull out my plastic wrap if I was going to hang it, or I could pull out some bags to put the pants in the bag or whatever. So everything was in each station. It didn't take me long to get it done because I wasn't running around looking for supplies. I had everything neat and organized, and I was able to be very productive. So that's all I have for you today. If you have any questions, you can let me know, and we'll go from there. So thank you so much. Again, my name was Karen Itin. You're welcome to visit my webinar. You'll learn more about me, learn more about the service that I offer, and how I walk people through and guide people through my actual service, where I help them to be more productive in their shop, and I help them to be able to create a product. If you need a product that you need to create and to have it all your own, and to be able to start selling online, I'd be more than happy to help you along with that. And the website is powerfultalents.com, and you can go there and watch the webinar. It's about right around 40 minutes or so, 35-40 minutes, and check it out, and and reach out to me if you need anything else. So thanks so much. Bye bye.